right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Today is Wednesday, June 26th, and it was Game 2 of the Subway Series between the Yankees and the Mets from Citi Field. Another tough game for Luis Gil, who once again failed to pick up his 10th win of the season, and the Yankees were swept right out of Queens. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We keep saying flush it. Every night we keep saying, we'll just flush this one. But I believe our septic tank is beginning to overflow. Another horrible night for the Yankees, and it's nights like tonight that I'm glad I don't know a lot of Mets fans. Welcome back, everybody. Happy 50th birthday to Derek Jeter. I am positive that however he celebrated, he had a much better time tonight than I did, and than most Yankees fans did watching this game. Yankees were swept in a 2-game set by the Mets, and they looked awful doing it.
Oh, there's a fucking surprise.
You knew we were in for a tough night when J.D. Davis, who got DFA'd by the Athletics last week, was penciled into the cleanup spot. The Yankees look and feel like a completely different team than just a few weeks ago. The pitching went from historically dominant to hysterically bad. Joe Giammarino says the Yankees are a shit show. Couldn't have said it better myself. Aaron Judge did hit home run number 30 on the season. Woohoo. He's got 77 RBIs, but he got very little help tonight from the rest of the squad. Nobody else drove in any runs. In fact, Yankees got just 6 hits. Harrison Bader went deep again for the Mets. And by the way, the Orioles won, so the Yankees drop another game in the East. We'll go through all of it on the recap, but if you're a Yankees fan, you've got to feel sick to your stomach right now. I know I do. This team is in free fall. It's bringing back 2022 vibes. Only in 2022, we got off to a better start. You know? But it's time for Brian Cashman, I think, to get on the phone because there are no signs of help coming from within this organization. Luis Gil had another tough outing. I contend he is fatigued. He's thrown more innings this season than any season since 2019, and he's coming back from surgery. A lot of times you can tell that a pitcher's tired or, beginning to wear out by their misses. They'll start to miss arm side and up. That means the arm is dragging a little bit behind the body. And we're seeing that now from Luis Gil. 2 outings in a row, starting to drill people. Early in the season when he would miss, it was mostly up high, but not arm side, or he would pull down and away. He would hold on to it too long. He's dragging now. He's definitely tiring out. You can tell that the fastball that usually has that extra little giddy up that people have trouble squaring up, they're not having the same trouble. They're squaring it up. They're seeing it better. So it's very small differences in stuff, but it makes a very big difference in results. We got a couple of super chats real quick that I'll get to. Tommy Sees Cat says, reminder, we still don't have a closer. Eventually we'll need one again. When that time comes, it better not be Boone saying, I trust Clay Holmes. You know that's exactly what's going to happen. Shivansu Prasad says, when they DFA Turd Ferguson, when will they DFA him? Why wait? It's a good question. Another tough night for Ferguson. If you saw the game, you already know this, but Gleyber Torres was benched. Didn't help, but he was benched. Oswaldo Cabrera got the start at second base. He had a little bit of trouble on a hard hit shot by Pete Alonso, but it was 110 off the bat, so I'm going to cut him some slack there. He also ripped a double late in the game, but he went 1 for 3 with a walk. So, productive somewhat evening, hitting .238 with a .630 OPS. So, roughly Gleyber Torres numbers, a little higher batting average. But it's just hard to believe how far Gleyber Torres has fallen. Last season, with Judge out of the lineup, there's no question that he was the Yankees' most consistent hitter. This year, he has had Just an abysmal year. He had a great spring, too. It looked like he was going to have a monster season, a contract year. But it all fell apart. And they showed him on the bench tonight, and he was sullen, and he was distraught. You could just see it in his face. His body language just did not look good. Obviously, the defense has been terrible, 12 errors. But I'm genuinely surprised he didn't put up more offense. Anyway, Boone said it's going to be a couple of days that he sits. You wonder if Oswaldo capitalizes on this opportunity, maybe gets hot again like he was at the beginning of the season. To me, it seems like a lot of Gleyber Torres' problems are between his ears. Whether it's his baseball IQ or the way he's responded to the pressure of the contract season, I think the best solution for the Yankees is to leave him on the bench until he hits his way back into regular duty. He's past the point of being granted second base. We're in a pennant race. You have got to earn your playing time now. And Oswaldo Cabrera, he had a double tonight and a walk. So if he keeps hitting, you keep playing him. And that's the way I would do it. Some chatter on the internet today about Vladdy Jr. backtracking his words that he would never play for the Yankees, even if he was dead. There's an intelligent statement. But he backtracked, and I guess there's been some speculation that the Yankees would consider making a trade for him. I've seen it suggested a number of times on this channel from commenters. Here's the deal, though. It's a red flag to me when anybody says they hate the Yankees, they don't want to play for the Yankees. It's just a red flag to me. So I don't think I want him. I'm content to get Ben Rice a real shot here at first base. He looked decent on defense. He swung the bat pretty well. Didn't do much tonight, but you're not going to get a hit every game. But yeah, I just Vladdy's not the same guy. He hit 48 home runs in 2021 as a 22-year-old. Next year, 32 homers. Last year, 26 home runs. And this year, he's on a pace for 20. To me, that's not enough power to really pay the type of price that's going to be attached to him based on how big of a star his, name is considered to be. You're paying for the hype of him as a younger player. He's regressed. He's not the same guy who hit 48 home runs. So, someone says they don't want to play for you, believe them. Believe them, especially if you're in New York. So, I'm fine with giving the kid a shot at first base and maybe going after a third baseman, some bullpen help, some depth help. We can't keep running, Jahmai Jones out there in key situations and J.D. Davis. I don't think he's going to work out. So I think the Yankees need to reinforce this roster a little bit. Let's get to the recap. Let's all go to bed.
Get it going.
Volpe got robbed of a hit by Vientos on the first play of the game. Yankees loaded the bases in the first inning for the second day in a row, and for the second day in a row, they failed to score. Mets also loaded the bases in the first and failed to score, and you thought maybe, okay, tough beginning for Luis Gil, but he pitched out of it. Maybe he can settle down. First trip through the order was kind of a tightrope walk. Second trip through the order was a laser show. Mets took a 3-0 lead in the third inning. A home run by Alvarez, his fourth of the year, 2-run shot. Luis Gil was done after 4 1/3 innings. He left a couple of runners on base for Caleb Ferguson to clean up. Of course, he could not because he's terrible. And then the skies opened up. And I spent about an hour working out, got a little workout in, and then went right back to the Cheetos. Final line for Luis Gil, 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Second night in a row that a Yankees pitcher has had more walks than strikeouts. Not what you want. Bullpen threw some gas on the fire. It was 7-0 in the top of the 6th when Aaron Judge smoked a 400-foot line drive for his 30th home run of the season. Nice job by Judgy. Look, 30 home runs on June 26th. I know the Yankees lost tonight, and we have to be down about that, and we don't have to go over the top of the celebration, but that does deserve a little bit of recognition. Probably going to hit way over 50 home runs. I'd say if he stays healthy, I'd say 58, 59 home runs, which for any other human being on earth is just an unreal season. For Judge, seems like about his average recently. I mean, over a full 162. 62 home runs in 2022. Last year he got hurt, but he was on a 60 home run pace. If he hadn't gotten hurt, this probably would have been his third consecutive 60 home run season that he was working on. He needs 44 more this season to break the single season home run record. So very unlikely. There's 79 games left. But if anybody can do it, it's Aaron Judge. He had 2 3-homer games last year. When he gets red hot, he stays hot, and he goes on these binges like where he'll hit a home run every night. I don't think it's going to happen. But if he's at, let's say, 50 by, early August, which is very difficult. Got a shot. Even if he gets to I'd say 60 by September 1st. Got to hit 14 in September. He's done that before. But not going to be easy. But it's still going to be fun to watch if he even gets close. But they're going to get ready to stop pitching to him soon. I mean, nobody behind him is hitting at all. I'm amazed they're pitching to him as it is. Mets blew it open with a 10-2 lead on a 3-run home run by Taylor. Harrison Bader went deep to make it 11-2. And after that, I just started getting ready for bed. Yankees lose another one.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. If you ain't first, you're last.
Michael Reel says, I don't care if they sign Babe Ruth clone. Still not winning under Boone. Is that like a is that a thing? Can we clone people now? I wish we could clone Babe Ruth, but it'd be funny to see, Babe Ruth probably had some immense, natural talent, natural ability. But I wonder if he would have been able to hit in today's game, given his body type and just natural disposition. He probably had unworldly hand-eye coordination. But you watch him take his swing, like the slow-mo, he used to run up in the box sometimes. I mean, I would love to see that. I wish we could clone Babe Ruth and somehow create the exact same type of skill set and all that. That would be amazing. To just crossing eras of athletes in general would be so fun. I would love to see, somebody like Marino in today's NFL, or see Michael Jordan versus LeBron in their prime. Ali versus Tyson in their prime. I wish it was possible. Maybe someday, if we unlock, holograms with AI and some kind of holodeck thing like they have on Star Trek, we can all watch that. That'd be fun. Anyway, but yeah, Boone sucks. All right. Dante Lozada says, I don't want Vlad. I agree. I don't want him. He's a rival. I don't want to bring all our rivals over. I like hating Vlad. I like him. One Piece fan says, can we revive Yogi Berra and Lou Gehrig? Yogi, man, he was one of a kind. There's a great documentary out right now. It's available, I believe, on Netflix. I know it's available on Apple TV and all that stuff. But it's called It Ain't Over. It's a Yogi Berra documentary about his life. Very, very cool. Junior Caroma says he would definitely trade for Vladdy. I mean, is he better than Ben Rice? Probably. But, I mean, what are you going to give up to get Vladdy plus a year of control for Vladdy? I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, honestly. Taz says, we either start hot or cold, but we'll bounce back. These are the reality checks. They're way too comfortable with being borderline great. I mean, every team definitely struggles. The Orioles just had a 5-game losing streak. Every team goes through downturns. But there's no question that there are some things being exposed here. Trevino having so much difficulty throwing out runners. Our depth has really been exposed. We were supposed to have Dominguez up by now, but he's out. And other than Dominguez, we didn't have anyone ready. Everson Pereira also hurt. I mean, we've been hurt by injuries before in the past. This year we're getting hurt by injuries to our minor league guys that are preventing us from responding when the time comes in the major leagues. Rayward says, aren't the New York Mets a bad team? I don't think we can talk any smack tonight. They just handed us our ass. Tip our cap to them. Lindor had a good night. Alvarez had 3 hits. Bader hit another home run. He's having a good year. Look, they handed us our ass. Manaya, who's older than dirt, threw 5 shutout innings with 5 walks. When the starting pitcher walks that many guys, you got to take advantage of it. You got to take advantage of it. All right, let's get to the final thoughts here because it's damn near midnight. The game sucked. The lineup was trash. The pitching was trash. The weather was nasty. And now the Yankees are flying to Toronto. They're probably not going to get in until 4 or 5 in the morning. And they're probably going to get their ass kicked tomorrow because they're going to be dragging. Call into the voicemail show. Not sure I'm going to do one tomorrow because I got a busy morning and we're up so late that I'm going to have to sleep in a little bit. But we might do it either before the game or middle of the day, that type of thing. But call in. Let me know how you feel about all this. I'm sure it's not good. I'm sure you feel like me, just kind of, feel like you're a little dazed, like you got punched in the chin. But Yankees have been in free fall now for a couple of weeks. They're now 52-30. They're a game up on the Orioles, who are 50-30. And you just got to hope it gets better. But hope, as Lori C., one of our mods, always says, is not a great strategy. So Yankees need to go out and find some reinforcements. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next time.